long one, but Rufina Cambaceres is the young lady that you see there. She is our typical and most important ghost story in the cemetery. She passed away when she was only 19 years old. It was actually her 19th birthday, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding her death and her burial here. She was on her way to the opera with her very wealthy family, and she collapsed, suffered some sort of attack, and was pronounced dead on the scene. This was very tragic to her family. Of course, she was very young, 19 years old, not expected, but there was nothing they could do to revive her, and so she was buried here around the corner in her family tomb. The legend goes, of course, about a week or so later, maybe a couple of weeks, the groundskeeper comes by the tomb and sees that her coffin has moved from one side all the way over to the other. And of course, fearing foul play, fearing spiritual intervention, fearing a grave robbery, they didn't know what happened. They called the family and the police. They opened her up, and much to their shock, they found scratch marks on the inside of the coffin, and they determined that she had been buried alive. So this is La Chica que fue enterrada viva, the girl that was buried alive in the cemetery. They decided to investigate medically. She had suffered some sort of catalytic attack, which we might have figured out now, but this was 1902, so they didn't know that she was actually going to come back to life. She was in a catatonic state, but not completely dead. And so when she did awaken, she was already interned, and there was nothing she could do to get out. And so she essentially died again. And so this is the life that the cemetery took. You can see the image of her in the statue there. She's got this very dejected look on her face, almost tired, trying to open the door there, but just can't. And a girl who has given up on trying to live. Very nice image, very tragic image, but again, very tragic story. A lot of people say they've seen Rufina floating around the cemetery. Of course, her soul stuck here,
troubled soul,
just as she was stuck here, you know, in a white dress, in and out of the tombs, or maybe up along the cemetery wall.